What is going on today, YouTube? I can't speak for the rest of you, but here at Undead Storyteller, I've got a special feature for you, that solo story that I've mentioned, titled Attacked at Donner Pass. This is a truly creepy account of possible haunting and criminal activity at an isolated rest stop. I hope you enjoy today's video, and if you do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell also to make sure that you're always up to date. I've got another video, this one members only, in the mix right now as well. I put a promo out for it in the community feed. It's a fictional work that I've been toying with for a while, and am finally, at long last, getting it all down on paper, and will be releasing it as I go to the memberships section of the channel as exclusive content. I haven't updated my members section in a while either, but am doing my best to get things back up and running, guys. I just wanted to let you all know about that update, for those who haven't had the chance to check out the community section and find it there. I won't keep you hung up on this intro any longer, so with that, get ready to embrace the terror, and off we go. Last night, I experienced something very disturbing on Donner Pass in Truckee, California. The area is known for being haunted. It has a rich history of death and violence, i.e. the Donner Party, to name the most famous incident. I was born and raised in Reno. I've been to Truckee hundreds of times, but I've never had anything like this happen to me. My fiance and I went to Northern California to visit the family for Christmas. We didn't leave their house until around 6:30 p.m. We had a 5-hour drive ahead of us to get home again. We were close to Truckee, and I realized I had made a mistake by not stopping to take a bathroom break at the gas station. So we stopped in Yuba City because every station after that was closed for the holiday. By the time we hit Donner Pass, it was around 10:30, 11 p.m. I had to go again at that point, so badly that I thought my bladder might explode if we didn't stop somewhere. I was expecting to be forced to wait until we got to the Arco at the bottom of the pass, but to my surprise, there was a big rest stop at the top of the hill. As soon as we pulled up, though, I became uneasy. I could feel my fight-or-flight reflex kicking on. I've never felt so out of place in Truckee before that night, and I've even gone there before, specifically to investigate paranormal activity. My need to observe nature's call outweighed my uneasiness, as I'm sure you could understand. There were 2 cars in the parking lot, but I honestly didn't look too closely because the man standing next to one of them, though outwardly appearing harmless, made me feel like a rabbit in the face of a wolf. As I was stepping out of the car, I puzzled internally over why he scared me the way he did. I dismissed it as late-night paranoia. I had to walk by him to get to the building where the bathroom was housed. The closer that I got to him, though, the more panicked I felt. It was a strong enough vibe for me to stop in my tracks and wait for my fiancé to walk ahead in front of me. He stopped right after I did, seemingly enduring the same weird mixture of emotions that I was. He walked in front of me anyways, gentleman that he is. All the while, the man was staring at us. But it was more like his gaze was looking through us rather than directly at either one of us. There was a creepy smile on his face the entire time. It made my fiancé so uncomfortable that he put his keys in between his knuckles in case he had to fight the guy. When we walked into the building, the strangeness intensified. My vision went blurry the moment we went through the door. No matter how much I tried to get my eyes to clear up, they remained unfocused. It was beyond my control. Needless to say, it freaked me out. Once again, however, I dismissed it. I blamed it off on the long period of darkness on the long drive, telling myself that it was nothing more than my pupils having a difficult time adjusting to the bright fluorescent lights inside the rest stop. I made my way toward the women's restroom. The men's room was on the left, women's on the right, and both had 2 entry points to choose from. My fiancé needed to go as well, so I assumed that we were headed in separate directions and ran in on the left side of the women's entryway. I turned the corner and couldn't decide which one I was more of, grossed out or creeped out. There was toilet paper all over the floor. It looked like 3 or 4 rolls had been thrown around, unraveled. I once again dismissed it, though, because it could have been anyone from kids being kids to tweakers being tweakers. Then I looked under a stall and saw a woman's feet. She was wearing black, kitten-heeled shoes with little silver buckles on them. Beneath her feet, there was a puddle of water. From what I could see, she was soaking wet, dripping water all over the tile. It spooked me, so I turned around to the other side of the bathroom to see if any of those stalls were unoccupied. I passed the mirrors, glancing at them as I did so, and saw a woman's eyes following me in the reflection of the glass. She was about my height, right at or close to 5'2". She had black hair, and she was wearing a white, turtle-necked, button-up shirt with a black skirt. Like the woman in the stall, she was soaking wet, her makeup smeared on her face almost like someone else had painted it on as a joke. The scariest part was her eyes. I'm not new to seeing the dead. Sensitivity runs in my family. But I've never seen a ghost that looked like this. Her eyes were grayed out, filmed over with cataracts the way a corpse exhibits after a few hours of having passed. I worked at a morgue a few years back, which was the only reason I knew what the start of decomposition looks like, just to be clear. Usually, when I see ghosts, they don't appear to me that way. There was something wrong about her. It terrified me. I panicked, ran into a stall, and closed the door. I heard her footsteps come up to the stall, and I saw the shoes I'd seen in the other stall right outside my stall door. Then the woman began aggressively trying to open the stall door. I shrank further and further back into the small space. She was pulling and hitting with the force of a living person. I started to pull the door from the inside, as she was pulling it from the outside, trying to keep her out. Then suddenly it stopped. What just happened? I couldn't help but say out loud. I took a deep breath and sat down to finally use the bathroom, and I heard footsteps again. Loud, fast footsteps, and I saw brown suede shoes running into the bathroom toward my stall. At that point, I'd had it with the spooky stuff. I finished up, closed my eyes, and ran out of the bathroom. My fiancé was standing outside, apparently waiting for me because the guy outside made him feel like I wasn't safe going into the bathroom. He told me he had been standing there the entire time waiting for me. I told him to get me out of there, that I wanted to go home. He asked what had happened. He told me that he heard someone in the bathroom and wondered who else was in there with me, and that he had heard me talking out loud. Him letting me know that he had heard someone in the bathroom gave me relief, to be honest. The experience was scary, to be sure, but I was glad to know that he had heard it as well, and that it wasn't just my mind playing tricks on me. I told him I thought I had seen a ghost, and that we needed to leave. When we walked out of the building, the same guy was still by his car, watching us. I looked down at his shoes. It was a little difficult to make out in the dark, but I'm pretty sure they were the same suede shoes that I had seen from under the stall door in the restroom. That guy gives me serial killer vibes, and the way he was looking at you was like he was hunting you. It freaked me out. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw that man in the news, my fiancé said later. When I told him my full experience, he felt that it was possible that the man had hurt someone there before, that she was trying to warn me. He also let me know that he had the same odd vision change when he walked into the bathroom, though once again, that could have just been our eyes adjusting as we walked into a bright room after being in darkness. Still, I can't get the woman's face out of my head. I'm worried that if the man we saw did hurt her, that he will eventually hurt someone else. My fiancé is a Marine veteran, and he doesn't spook easily. He's met a lot of violent people, so when he said that he recognized him as someone that wanted to hurt me, I fully believed him.